I don't know nobody that can do it like this. I've been on the ground like this, like this, like this. Do you like this? Don't nobody do you like this, like this, like this. This is my shit. You be like, this about as good as it gets. Do it like this. Do it like this. Look at my click. Look at my click from the jump like this.
Yo, what's up guys? Jason here from HustleMode. And today I want to talk about my top 3 books. That I think this is every book an entrepreneur should read, and to me it's so funny how I can see like that mic just dangling in the camera. Like from here I can see it dangling hella hard.
Yeah.
So basically the top book that I think any entrepreneur has to read has to be Think and Grow Rich. And I feel like if you're a fan of Conor McGregor, you should understand that I feel like he could rewrite the entire book Think and Grow Rich, because every concept that Conor McGregor talks about and every concept that he raves about basically is directly from the book Think and Grow Rich. I'm not sure if he read that. He probably did, let's be honest. But every concept inside that book is something that Conor McGregor lives by. And you've seen his successes, you've seen his achievements, you've seen where he used to be and where he is today, and he's used a lot of the principles that have been taught in Think and Grow Rich. So if you want to achieve massive success, I think an absolute must-have is Think and Grow Rich. My second must-read book is Grant Cardone's 10x rule. Grant Cardone's 10x rule for me was a massive game changer because it teaches you to 10x your thinking, but also 10x your actions. So if you want to make $100,000, you have to set the goal for $1 million. And then not only set the goal internally for $1 million, because you were thinking 100,000, now you're thinking 1 million, right? But not only that, you have to set your actions. So you start to take a look at what would it achieve to make $100,000. Okay, now we're gonna make $1 million. We want to shift our mindset to $1 million. What were the actions we had to take to make $100,000? Now 10x those actions. So we're 10x in the way that we're thinking, we're 10x in the way that we're actually taking action. And you know me, I'm all about execution and action. And if you're executing at a level that you're thinking 10x, you're going to achieve, 10x what you thought you could. Because as they say, it's just as easy to make $100,000 as it is to make $1 million. It takes the exact same amount of action, the same amount of thinking. You just have to grow. You have to reach out there. Honestly, guys, it's as easy being broke as it is being rich. At the end of the day, it takes the same amount of struggle. You struggle being rich. I mean, the struggle to become rich and the struggle to stay poor is almost directly proportionate. You're gonna have a struggle being poor because you're gonna struggle with bills, argue, stress, you can't go on holidays, you're working, 40 hours for the rest of your life, basically. And when you're trying to hustle and become rich, it's all a massive fucking beginning. Like, it's always really, really hard at the beginning, but it increasingly gets easier, whereas running a job or whatever, or being employed is just a stretch that goes on forever. So it's equally as hard to be poor as it is to be rich. And Grant Cardone's 10x rule teaches you exactly what it is, and the way that you need to think internally and the way that you have to act externally to reach those 10x goals of what you were thinking. So absolute must read book. Now, the final book that I think every entrepreneur should read, because in your entrepreneurial life, you're gonna come across every situation where you're gonna have a heated debate, or there's gonna be something that you need to get out of the situation mutually beneficial. Now, my top 3rd book to read has to be a book called Crucial Conversations. Absolutely phenomenal book. It teaches you exactly how it is that you need to communicate with someone in a heated debate. It teaches you how to get what you want, how to get what they want, how to mutually benefit both parties, but at the end of the day, to go in there with your heart of hearts and get what it is, the direct result that you wanted, mutually benefiting you and the other person. Crucial Conversations has been a massive game changer for me. Whenever something comes up, I want to ask for a promotion, I want to ask for more money from a client because we're providing better value, we want to get something out of a client, a referral, anything like that, Crucial Conversations comes into play because it teaches me the exact strategies that I needed to use to approach that communicative situation, to approach that situation. I mean, communicative situation was kind of a thing. It was just fucking very smart, but kind of dumb at the same time. But it teaches you how to approach that situation and how to handle it exactly how you want to handle it to get the results that you want. Crucial Conversations is phenomenal. So top 3 books: Think and Grow Rich, 10x by Grant Cardone, and Crucial Conversations. I very, very highly encourage you to get those books. Do what you can to get them, and even if you have to get them on Audible, I think Audible is phenomenal, because a lot of the time, I used to, when I worked a job, I would always have my earphones in, or I'd have it in my car, and I'd be listening to a book and consuming information. The reason that I like doing this is because it immerses me into that world. And we've talked about, you know, we've talked about belief systems, and one way to break through your belief systems is to immerse yourself and consume knowledge from everyone around you that is doing the things that you want to do. So if you immerse yourself in the world of Think and Grow, it's 10x for all crucial conversations. Every other book, you know, personal MBA, you got, what's that one that I always rave on about? Code of the Extraordinary Mind, phenomenal book. These are just a couple of extras I'm racking off that you could listen to, and the other one is The Way of the Superior Man. Now I feel like even women can read that, because it's all about becoming your higher self, approaching situations. There are a couple of extras, but what I want you to understand is if you could grab Audible and you're walking down the street, you can throw in the earphones, listen to something. Whilst you're doing anything on autopilot, we can stop here. You can have autopilot going on whilst you're driving, or you're walking down the street, or you're running. You could be listening to an audiobook, consuming that information, and immersing yourself in that world. So grab the books, grab the Audibles, please immerse yourself in that environment and become, like, listen to these over and over again. Don't just read a book once, read it 5 times. Grab a highlighter, read it 10 times, read it 20 times. Grab a highlighter, highlight every single section that speaks to you. I want you to go over and flip over it and read those certain sections. It's highly, highly important. Every, you know, massive CEO, every multi-millionaire all reads every single day. At least half an hour a day is a great way to do it. So guys, that is my tips for the top 3 books. That is my tips for how to consume some more books, you know. Oh, by the way, Audible, put on 1.5 or 2 times speed so you can get through it even faster, even better. But guys, that is my tips. Please get onto them, immerse yourself, and become fucking incredible. G'day guys, how you going? Check out the next video. Hit subscribe, link below.
Now we up like this, people act tough like this. Never give a fuck like this, like this, like this. They be in the club life lit, but they never get the love like this, like this, like.